You don't have a spending problem, you have a clarity problem. Every month your money disappears, but when you ask, where did my money go? You don't know. Here's the truth, you don't necessarily need to make twice as much. You only need to spend half as much on things that don't matter to you. So in today's video, I'm going to share 7 minimalistic money habits that can help you cut your spending in half without making you feel deprived. If you are someone who feels like your paycheck disappears the moment it comes in, then you need to watch this video to the end. And no, I'm not here to give you some extreme frugality tips like cutting out all the fun in your life. No. Minimalistic money is about clearing out financial clutter, spending less on what drains you, and spending more on what lights you up. So let's get into it. The first minimalistic money habit is to track every expense, especially the small ones. Here's the truth, the easiest way to reduce spending isn't to just start cutting everything out. It is to start noticing. Most people underestimate how much they spend by 20 to 30%, and it's usually not even the big purchases. It's always those small ones that slip through the cracks. Think about it. A $5 coffee every morning, it doesn't feel like much in the moment, but in 1 month, that is $150. Add random subscriptions that you don't use, extra delivery fees, and a snack that you pick up every other day. Suddenly, you spent hundreds without you even realizing it. So here's the challenge that I want you to take. For the next 30 days, track every single expense. And no, you don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need any fancy system. You can use the Notes app on your phone. You can use any simple budgeting app or even a simple Excel sheet. I use OPay and it works for me. So here's the catch. For the next 30 days, you're not even trying to change your behavior. You're just watching. Why? Because awareness alone is powerful. It's like shining a flashlight in a dark room and finally, you start seeing where the money is leaking. So when you start seeing your real numbers, you naturally start asking questions like, do I really need this? And that question alone is where the shift begins. The second minimalistic money habit is to practice the 48-hour rule. One of the biggest money leaks in our life isn't bills or rent. It's impulse purchases. Those things that we buy in the heat of the moment. That new dress you saw on Instagram. That kitchen gadgets that you thought would change your life. Or that late night shopping spree. Here's the problem. Our brain are naturally wired to chase quick dopamine hits. So buying something might feel good instantly in the moment. But the regret usually hits right after, especially when you check your bank account at the end of the month. Here's where the 48-hour rule comes in. It is very simple but powerful. Anytime you want to buy something that is not essential, wait 48 hours. And I'm not asking you to deny yourself completely. I'm asking you to just press pause. It is called delayed gratification. You can add it to your cart, you can bookmark it, or you can even write it down. After 2 days, if you still genuinely want this thing and it fits into your budget, then by all means, go ahead. But you will be surprised at how often the urges disappear. So why does this work? 1, it breaks the emotional high of impulse buying. 2, it gives you space to evaluate. Do I really need this? Or did I just want this in the moment? 3, it protects you from buyer's remorse. I want you to think about it like a filter for your wallet. Instead of allowing marketers and emotion to control your money, you take back control. Over a year, these habits could save you hundreds and even thousands of dollars or naira. So the next time you feel that rush to eat, buy now. I want you to pause, breathe, in fact, deep breath, and give it 48 hours. Your future self and even your bank account will thank you. The third minimalistic money habit is to automate savings first. Here's the hard truth. If you only wait to save what is left at the end of the month, chances are you will end up saving nothing. Because life has a way of filling every gap. Unexpected outing, unexpected bills, small treats. And here's where minimalistic money flips that script. Instead of saving last, you save first. Think about it like paying your future self. Even if it's just $50 a month, set up an automatic transfer. Immediately your paycheck lands. That way, savings become non-negotiable, like paying your rent or electricity. So here's a simple example. Let's say you earn $500 a month. If you automatically move $50 into your savings account the same day your paycheck lands, you are guaranteed to save $600 in a year without even thinking about it. And here's the amazing part. You will quickly adjust your lifestyle to the $450 left because humans adapt fast and you will barely even feel the difference after the first month. Now imagine doing that for 5 years. That's $3,000 tucked away. For some, it could be a seed money to start a small business. For some, it could be a safety net for when life throws surprises. And all it took was treating savings like a bill that you cannot skip. That's the beauty of minimalistic money. Small, consistent systems that protect your peace and buy you freedom. The fourth minimalistic money habit is to create a joy list. Minimalism isn't just about cutting back, it's about creating space for joy. The goal isn't to deprive yourself, the goal is to actually spend on things that light you up. So here's how it works. Create a list of 3 to 5 things that genuinely makes you happy when you spend on them. For some people, it's travel, good coffee, books, or even a fitness class. Whatever it is for you, give yourself the permission to spend freely on these things. The magic comes when you pair this with ruthless cutting. Hear me out. For example, if you realize that you don't really care about eating out 3 times a week or upgrading your phone every year, by trimming out those expenses, you create space for your joy list without guilt. Think about it like this. Money is just energy. If you waste your energy on things that don't matter to you, it drains you. But if you redirect it into your joy list, it fuels your life. I want you to imagine a woman named Kemi. She spends $200 a month on random shopping, clothes she barely wore, gadgets she didn't need, and she felt stuck in a cycle of buy, regret, repeat. When she sat down to write her joy list, she realized that her top 3 was skincare, travel, and learning a new skill. So she cut out the impulse buying and started saving that $200 a month instead. By the end of the year, she was able to fund a solo trip to a country that she has always wanted to visit. And the crazy part is this, she didn't feel deprived because the money that she was once wasting on things that didn't matter to her were now diverted into things that truly mattered to her. When you create your own joy list, you stop chasing every shining thing and you start living with intention. Money becomes less about status and more about freedom and happiness. The fifth minimalistic habit is quality over quantity. Most of us are falling into the trap of chasing more clothes, more bags, more shoes. But here's the hard truth. Having more doesn't mean living better. Think about it. How many times have you bought the budget version of something and end up replacing it in a year? Cheap headphones that break within 2 months, fast fashion clothes that loses shape after 3 washes, or even a 10,000 naira pair of shoes that doesn't survive the rainy season. At first, it feels like you're saving more money, but in the long run, you end up spending so much more money and even cluttering your space. Minimalism changed that narrative. So instead of spreading your money thin across multiple low quality items, you invest your money on fewer high quality things that last longer, serves you, and feel better. Imagine this, instead of buying 5 pairs of bags that goes out of fashion or fall apart, you invest in one timeless durable bag you can carry for years, for work, for event, for travel. Instead of cluttering your wardrobe and buying 10 pairs of trendy shoes, you invest in 2 high-quality pairs that are versatile, comfortable, and don't hurt your feet. Instead of replacing your 15,000 naira blender every year, you invest in a 80,000 naira one that lasts you for 10 years and end up saving you more money in the long run. The mindset shift is this. Minimalism isn't about buying less just to be cheap. It's about being intentional about what you buy. When you choose quality, you spend less time replacing things, less energy managing clutter, and more time enjoying items that truly add value to your life. So next time you want to buy something, ask yourself these questions. Will this serve me a year from now? Would I rather buy 3 versions of this for cheap or one that lasts? Am I buying for long-term or short-term excitement? When you shift to quality over quantity, every item in your home starts to feel like a thoughtful choice and not just another impulsive buy. The 6th minimalistic money habit is to apply the one in, one out rule. Most of us struggle with clutter, and not just in our homes, but also in our wallet. The one in, one out rule is simple. When you're bringing in something new, you let something old go. And when we apply this to money, it completely changes the way we spend. Think about it this way. If you want to get a new pair of sneakers, ask yourself, which one am I willing to let go of? If you are not really ready to let go of any, then maybe you don't really need a new pair of sneakers. The same rule applies to your subscriptions, gadgets, and even eating out. If you want to add Netflix, maybe you can consider taking out that gym subscription that you haven't used in months. Why does this work? It works because it forces you to pause and evaluate what you already have. It creates natural limits so you don't overspend. It makes every purchase feel intentional because you are trading and not just adding. Imagine someone who earns 150k a month. They sign up for Netflix, Spotify, and an online course, but then money feels tight. By applying the one in, one out rule, they might cancel one subscription before adding another. Over time, this keeps their expenses stable instead of slowly creeping up. The truth is, money clutter is like closet clutter. The less intentional you are, the faster things pile. But if you balance every in with an out, you will always stay in control of your space and of your finances. Seventh minimalistic money habit is define your enough. Minimalism works best when you define what enough looks like for you. Wonder why many people struggle with money even when they make enough. It's because they never know when to stop. There's always another sale, another upgrade, another must-have. And the truth is this, if you don't define what enough looks like for you, the world will convince you to keep chasing more. Minimalistic money challenges you to pause and ask, how many clothes do I actually need to feel prepared and confident for every occasion? How many gadgets do I actually use versus the one collecting dust? How many furniture or decor do I need before it starts feeling like clutter? Once you define your enough, you create natural limits. You don't just spend because something is trendy or on sales. You spend because it fits into your version of enough. For example, if you decided that 5 pairs of shoes are enough, that becomes your boundary. If a new pair starts catching your eyes, you ask yourself, do I really need this? Or am I just chasing the trail of buying? If you really want it, then apply the one in, one out rule. Swap and not stockpile. This mindset leads to two priceless things. 1. Financial freedom because you're no longer bleeding money on extras. 2. Inner peace because you no longer feel overwhelmed by stuff or pressured to keep up with others. Defining your enough isn't about restriction, it's about liberation. Because then you stop measuring your life by what you own and start measuring life by what truly matters. Here's the truth. Minimalistic money is not about depriving yourself or living like a monk. I think that's fucking funny. Anyway, it's about living with enough. Enough to cover your needs, enough to enjoy life, enough to stop chasing every new thing that promises happiness but never delivers. When you start tracking where your money goes, saying yes to only intentional purchases, and building your life around your joy list, you'll notice something powerful. You don't necessarily need a higher salary to feel wealthy. You only need less financial noise. So here's my challenge to you. Choose one area of your life this week, whether your subscriptions, your closet, or your daily spendings, and ask yourself, what is my enough? Write it down, stick to it, and see how freeing it is. And if you like more practical habits like this, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell. Merry Christmas, guys, and compliments of the season. Good morning from your favorite YouTuber. Hello.